Hello everyone. Today I am going to be talking about Bleach, the original Bleach, the anime, the manga, the dub, the sub. I have been hooked to Bleach. And you might be wondering, why on earth am I talking about Bleach in 2024? And it's probably the same reason you've heard about Bleach in 2024. It's Thousand Year Blood War. I Unfortunately, I saw a few clips of Thousand Year Blood War and I was like, God damn, this anime looks nice. And it was like, oh, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. And I was like, oh, I know Bleach, big three. The problem was, you need to get to 366 episodes in order to understand Thousand Year Blood War. Technically, you don't, but I'm just gonna get into those details as the video goes on. And I was just like, I don't think I'm ready for that. And then, it came off late and I was feeling like I want to start like a big anime and I started Bleach. And I was like, you know what? Thousand Year Blood War has captivated me. If I have to go through all of this to reach there, I'm gonna get through it. I'm not gonna start with Thousand Year Blood War just because the animation is nice, but I don't understand what's happening. And so I started on a journey which lasted not so long actually. It's been a little over a month. I don't think you understand how addicted I've been to Bleach. I've been hooked. This has been a drug in my system, and honestly, I need help. But I thought I'd do it in a kind of a fun way. See, first I thought I'm gonna make a video for each arc talking about it in detail. But the thing is, I got so hooked to Bleach that I finished one arc and I immediately moved on to the next because taking a break kind of felt stupid. So I have decided to do a tier list, which is going from S to A, basically S, A, B, C, D. And I'm gonna tell each arc in which tier do I think it belongs, what are my thoughts on it, what I liked about the arc, didn't like about the arc. And I don't think it's gonna be that long of a video either, because I'm just talking about each arc. And the thing is, I've gone so far into Bleach that it's kind of hard for me to talk in very detail about the arcs, because it's all kind of just been mishmashed for me. And the fact that I just finished the last arc of original Bleach today, so I'm ready to start with Thousand Year Blood War. In fact, by the time this video comes out, I would have probably finished Thousand Year Blood War Season 1 and 2. Again, we'll see about that. But I'm very excited, so after every arc, I'm going to put the timestamps in the description so you can jump to whatever you want to jump to. And I will put a screenshot of where I put the arc in what tier, and then we can move on to the next. Okay, that's the introduction. I think we should start. I'm very excited. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I just want to talk about Bleach, So let's go. Now we start off with the first arc, which is the Agent of the Shinigami arc. Now, many people say this arc is boring, and then you have the Bleach fans which are like, Bleach wouldn't exist without this arc, which, first of all, for all Bleach fans, calm the fuck down. I know it's your favorite anime and you're nostalgic about it, but that doesn't make it any better, so calm down, right? Second of all, I would agree, it is a boring arc, but I don't know if this is a hot take, I think Bleach has never been funnier. I was legitimately surprised by how often I was like, oh wait, this is actually really good. I was having fun watching Agent of the Shinigami arc. I don't think the comedy of Bleach really doesn't hit later down, for me at least. But for me, this first arc has really solid comedy. I genuinely found myself very amused at watching it. I thought it was great. And of course, like the Bleach fans do say, it does act as a setup for everything that is to come. That still doesn't change the fact that it is kind of boring and there's not much happening, but I still like it. I think if it wasn't funny, I probably wouldn't like it that much. But the thing is, I do find it funny, so I am going to like it. And yeah, I really like this arc. I don't think it's S tier, definitely not S tier. I don't think anyone says it's S tier. I don't think it's A tier either. I think it is definitely B tier. I think Bleach is the funniest in Season 1, which is Agent of the Shinigami arc. I think it's the funniest. And I think it deserves to be in B. So yeah, that's basically all the thoughts I have about this. Next up is the Soul Society, the Sneak Entry arc. Now, it's not that good. It does help accelerate things, but it's not like the best thing you've ever seen. However, it's not bad either. I would say this is on the same level as the first arc. It's slightly better. I also think this arc has my personal, I think, top 3 or even top 1 fight. I like the first time Kenny or Kenpachi and Ichigo fight. I have never felt so excited that when they fight and the animation was really popping off, that's when I was like, oh my god, this is really goddamn good. And I think that was the first time where I was like, oh, the fights in this anime are going to be pretty nice, right? But yeah, I think that's in this arc, or maybe it's in the next arc. I'm not sure, but you know what I'm talking about. Basically, Kenpachi versus Ichigo. I fucking love it. Top three fights for me. The arc overall, though, it does take a bit of time to get going, and there's a lot of stuff which is just like, I don't really care about this that much, but it's good. It was never a point where I was like, oh, I can't wait for this arc to be over, because, things are just starting to get really good. And I would say the Soul Society arcs are possibly the best arcs of Bleach. I will say this is better than Agent of the Shinigami arc, but I refuse to say that it is A tier. I still think this is upper B tier. Like, it's really good, but it's just not good enough for me to be like, yeah, you know what? This arc is like easy A. It's really not like that. But the next arc, however, we'll get to that. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good arc. Nothing more to say about it. If this arc is the one which has Kenny versus Ichigo, I absolutely love that fight, which is possibly the only reason I'm putting it in front of Agent of the Shinigami, but it's still a B. Now we're talking about Soul Society, the rescue arc. I don't think anyone's gonna be surprised, but this is peak. I don't think Bleach has ever reached a state, and doesn't after this point, which is quite unfortunate, where not only are the fights good, the story is incredible. Each episode feels so much impact. It's incredible. This arc is basically the combination of everything I wanted from Bleach. And unfortunately, there are better fights later down the series. But the problem is, it kind of really becomes slower and gets more annoying. And for some reason, I feel like the quality worsens as well. Like, I feel like the quality of the fights in this arc are really good. That final fight between, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, Byakuya and Ichigo is incredible. The fact that his hollow state, there's a lot in that final fight. And the whole subplot of Aizen and the whole reveal. Okay, I was spoiled already about Aizen being the villain. But the whole reveal of Aizen being the one, who's like the main guy, it was incredible. And I think this is literally peak. I don't think Bleach ever reaches a point where everything has combined and made such a good arc. Despite saying that, I don't think it's an S. And now you're gonna be like, what do you mean, I don't think it's something where I would be like, that's one of the best things I've ever seen in anime. I've seen better. I don't think it's an S. I think it's there. I think it's good. I think it's upper A. It's kind of predictable for me, at least. I don't feel like, oh my god, this is what anime is. It doesn't give me one of those feelings. I will say it's A tier, and I think it's upper A tier. Like, I doubt anything is going to replace that. I don't think it's S. Incredible. I don't think Bleach gets any better than this. If I had to rewatch an arc, I think I would rewatch this arc, because honestly, if you ever hear someone say this is the best arc of Bleach, they're not lying. It's fucking incredible. But yeah, I think it's A. Arrancar, the arrival. So I'm gonna maybe do these in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so maybe we'll just talk about the Arrancar arc in two parts. I'll talk about the first 4 halves of the Arrancar arc and the last 4, right? So let's talk about Arrancar, the arrival. I think it's good. I think it is very interesting. I think it sets up for something better, because Aizen is still at large, and I think it builds upon the previous arc really nice. I do like it. I do like Grimjaw. I do like Yuikora. I don't know how to pronounce these names, but I do like it a lot. Now keep in mind, I'm talking about all of this thinking about the anime and the manga. The anime is really bad, by the way. The Bleach anime is unironically pretty shit, especially when it comes to the Arrancar arc. It's very, very shit. It's heavily censored, and I'm not someone who talks much about censorship. But when you read the manga and then you see the anime is absolutely dog shit, and I will die on that hill. The fights are not as good. The animation is it's very dated. And on top of that, it's horrible, horrible pacing. Something which, back in the day, every anime faces. So I'm not saying it's the worst ever. But if you can read and you have the tolerance for reading the colored manga, absolutely read the manga, because it is 10 times better. Everything feels much more impactful. Not to take away from the anime. So basically, I did watch the anime whenever they were, I think halfway through the Arrancar arc, I dropped the anime. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch to the manga. And I kept going back to the anime whenever there were really good fights, just to find out they were not animated that well, which really pissed me off. But it's cool. So the reason why I'm actually positive about these things is because I did spend a lot of time reading the manga more than the anime. Because let's be honest, if I was reviewing the anime, my opinion on Bleach would be very different. All of you are defending original Bleach, you need to go and rewatch that shit because it is not fun. But anyway, back to my topic. The Arrival arc, I think it's good. I think it's B tier. Again, it's not great, but it's definitely better than all the other Bs I've talked about. I think it deserves to be there. I think it is pretty nice, pretty nice. I do like, the Arrancars, which are like hollows who can now, move around, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's nothing spectacular, but the introduction of new characters was very intriguing, and I was like, oh, they're building up to something, and I do like this arc a lot. Not good enough for hitting the A tier because, again, you have to understand, A tier is where the Soul Society rescue arc sits. Are you really going to tell me that the Arrival arc is next to that? Absolutely not. So it's upper B tier. And see, now we get to the part where Bleach is not good. Arrancar, I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm just gonna say it. Hueco Mundo sneak entry, basically the place where hollows live. This is such a shit arc. This is where I was so into Bleach that I binged and I was really into it till I reached this arc, and this is where I was like, maybe I need to take a break from Bleach. God, I do not like this arc. It's so annoying. I hate Orihime's character in this arc. She is so frustratingly annoying. And this arc just doesn't provide enough for me. It's just so shit. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like anything about this arc. I don't like the pacing. It's not shit. Okay. It is shit. It's the worst Bleach arc, or maybe there is something worse. We'll see. It's not a D. I don't think any arc in Bleach is a D. But this is definitely like the bottom of the bottom. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I hated this arc. Even when I was reading the manga, even the manga couldn't save this arc because it was just so frustrating to read. The anime made it 10 times worse. I think this was the point where I dropped the anime. Was it? Oh yeah. No. This was not the point where I dropped the anime. But this is what I feel like, if this arc wouldn't play out the way it did, I wouldn't have dropped the anime. But this arc definitely made me feel like I wanted to drop it. And then I did eventually drop it just to get back after a while. It's a love-hate circle with Bleach. I don't know how to explain it to you. But yeah, I hate this arc. It's not good. I don't like it. It's my least favorite. It's going to C, and honestly, I would put it in D, but it's not that bad. It's just Orihime's character made me really fucking annoyed. But yeah, this is definitely a C. It's not getting any love from me. I'm sorry. And continuing off that hate train, Arrancar the Fierce Fight arc is also not good. I'm sorry. It's just, this is where I dropped the anime. And it was just so annoying. It just felt so dragged on. The anime had terrible pacing. The animation was not nice. And I decided to switch to the manga, and the manga was looking better. It was looking much better, I will say. The fights and everything in this arc are like 10 times better in the manga. But the story, it felt so elongated for no reason. It felt like things were dragging on. And I didn't like it a lot. It just felt so unnecessary. I really don't like these two arcs back to back. And see, this is where I feel like most people would drop or Bleach. Not to mention the fact that there's a fucking bajillion spoilers, by the way. Spoilers, no. Fillers. So I can't imagine waiting for an episode of Bleach just for it to go to a 1.5 year worth of fillers. I didn't watch any fillers. And the people who complain about fillers right now in Bleach, I'm just like, you don't have to watch the fillers, you can just skip them. We're in 2024. But, people love to complain. So the fillers are not even the problem. What I mean is, even without the fillers, this arc it's not the fillers which made me lose interest in the anime. I didn't touch a single filler. Except for this swimsuit episode. But it's this arc. It's just, no, I don't like it, And this has just made me feel like, man, Bleach is not that good as I thought it used to be. Like, this arc made me realize what a fall from grace. Like, the Soul Society, the rescue arc, is fucking phenomenal. I still think it's the best Bleach arc. And then it fell off to this, and I was just like, this is really, really annoying, and I don't like this. It just feels so boring. This is a horrible arc. And I know every Bleach fan is gonna be like, oh, but you can't have that without this, and that very important thing happened in this arc. One good thing doesn't change the fact that most of it is pretty shit. Alright, accept that. But yeah, this is definitely C as well. Honestly, if this is C, I feel like the sneak entry arc should be D. But I can't do that. Like I said, like it's both of them are equally shit. You get it? I just hate the sneak entry arc even more because of Orihime. I'm pretty sure she's annoying in this arc as well. So both of these belong in C. I fucking find it very frustrating. Hated both of these arcs. Now we're talking about Arrancar versus Shinigami arc. Now this arc is not any better. It's not like, oh my god, what a great jump in quality. But I will say it is B tier. Is it upper B tier? No. I would say, now this is very interesting. I would say it is better than the sneak entry, but it is not better than Agent of Shinigami. So, okay, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm going to reevaluate my decisions here a bit. The sneak entry arc is not that, it doesn't hold that place in my heart. I don't know why people keep shitting on the first arc. I really liked the first arc. Like, I thought the comedy was great. I thought it helped set up things very nicely. I mean, I like it so much so that I'm saying the Arrancar versus Shinigami arc was worse than the first arc, which I'm sure is a hot take, but I really like the first arc. And this arc, I liked more than the sneak entry arc. But I feel like they're on the same level. I wouldn't say I liked more. They're on the same level. I think this is where I feel like this is what it should have been after the Hugo Mundo sneak entry arc. Like it should have been this arc. And the whole arc in the middle is just like a whole bunch of I don't care. But I like this arc. It's good. It's got some fights. I don't remember exactly. This is when the Soul Reapers show up basically. But it's good. It's alright. I do like the fights in this. I believe I do like Mayuri's fight a lot. I do like there's a lot of things to like in this arc, you get it, which is why I'm putting it in B. Like this is one of those arcs which is like it's not the best thing you've ever seen, but it's something where you're like, yeah, I like this. It's Bleach. So I would say, B for Bleach. Anyway, I would put this in B tier, maybe like just above the sneak entry, but just below Agent of the Shinigami. Arrancar the Arrival is still the best arc of the B tier, but yeah, I would say this is good, and this is where things did pick up, and I was like, okay, it's not all shit. So that kind of made me feel better. See, now I don't know if I'm actually getting into hot take territory here. We're talking about the past arc. This is a very short arc, by the way. It's very small, it's not something too big. I might be crazy. I love this arc. Now, I think it's because it has some of my favorite characters ever in this arc. Like, it has the backstory of Shinji and the Wizards, and I fucking love Shinji, and I love the Wizards. It has Urahara, I fucking love Urahara, and it has his backstory. And I don't know, this arc just felt... It's called Turn Back the Pendulum, and it's very funny because the manga chapters are like negative numbers, because get it, it's the past. And I feel like I would normally be upset that, oh my god, they just deviated from the story. But it really feels like this was essential to give so much more context to these characters. And I really like this arc. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm biased because it has some of my favorite characters and we get to see their backstory and Aizen's backstory too. There's a lot in this arc which gives so much context to so many different characters, which I feel like was kind of necessary because it was kind of reaching the level of, we have all these characters but you don't know much about them. But this arc is like, hey, no, there is a lot to these characters which you should know about. And I really like that. This arc, and hot take, I think it is A tier. Is it as good as the rescue arc? No. But I would not say it's worse than it. I would say it's just on the same level. But the rescue arc is better because it has more action and stuff. I really enjoyed this arc. I don't know what about it. It was just so fascinating seeing, getting more context to all these characters. Because I like these characters already, but I didn't know much about them. And then you know more about them and you're like, oh, there's a lot happening in the past. I don't know. I really like the past arc. It's one of my favorite arcs of Bleach, which might be stupid to some, but I don't know. That's my opinion. So yeah, I think it's going straight to A tier, right beside, what is it called? The rescue arc. It's not going to be above the rescue arc because the rescue arc is, I think, still the best. But yeah, I really, really like the past arc. I would say it's pretty damn good. Now we have Arrancar, the decisive battle of Kurakara. Now I will say one thing which I thought was very Aizen to the king, to the Soul King. And I was just like, you built up Aizen as this ultimate super villain. And all he's gonna do is destroy your town, elongated and keeps going on. but the difference is it's good. But that doesn't change the fact that there's not a lot of progress in the arc. It's just everyone fighting and everyone being like, oh, we're not strong enough. And then suddenly they overpower, like someone's strong enough, someone's not. And Aizen basically mollywalking everyone. I think that's the next arc. I might have misspoken. But yeah, this arc just felt like it's good. It's really to basically get into A. And yeah, this arc just felt like, man, Bleach really likes taking its time doing things, huh? Like, you got fun fights ever, but it's okay. Again, upper B tier, like, it's above all the other B arcs I mentioned, but it's still not an A. This is just one of those, like, this is what anime is. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And we finally have the finale of this fucking long arc. This arc is so long. Okay, I will say, Bleach has two fucking long arcs. Like, if you noticed, we've just been subdividing one arc into multiple parts because it's so goddamn long. It's just annoying. I don't think it should have. Maybe it's a thing of the time when it was written in and when the anime aired, but these arcs are fucking too long, man. I will say Bleach has the best music. I've never actually like listened to music in an anime and been like, oh, that's good. Like I always tell you, music is never something I pay attention to. So if I'm watching something and I'm like, oh, the music's good, chances are the music is really good because it's catching my attention. That's not something I give a shit about usually. Bleach has really good music. I have some songs saved already. This arc especially, the Arrancar arc, has really funky music. Even the previous arcs have great music. Bleach in general, I love the music. Storm Center is my favorite, by the way. But so many of them. Grimjaw's theme is good. We all know Shinji's theme is good. That's like a famous thing. I didn't realize that until recently, that everyone loves Shinji theme. But yeah, the music is really good. Anyway, getting back to this arc. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Arrancar, the Downfall arc, is very good. I am not even gonna try and shit on it because it's very good. It's very good. Is it better than the past arc? Yes, but I like the past arc more, so I'm not going to put it above that. But I will say this is definitely A tier. I would say in terms of action, it is equal to the rescue arc. The fights are really good. Yui Kora, basically number 4 Espada, versus Ichigo is very, very good. I read it and then I watched it. The animation was ass, but then I read it. It's really, really good. The whole last sequence with Aizen, the entire ending of this arc is actually really satisfying. I don't know why, but it just felt like, oh my god, this is really good. It just felt good. It just felt good to watch this arc. I really like this arc. I think it has some of the best action in the entire series so far. I've not watched Thousand Year Blood War yet, but I think it has some of the best fights, the best action. I think it has some of the best storytelling as well. I really like this arc. I'm not gonna lie. It's surprising considering how disappointed I was with the Arrancar arc. I didn't feel like, thank God it's finally over. I actually felt happy that it was over. It wasn't a feeling of, oh, finally. It was more like, oh, okay, Bleach Arrancar arc has ended. What a journey it has been. So yeah, this arc is really good. The Downfall arc, I like it a lot. Definitely A tier, no question about it. I'm not going to put it above the past or the rescue arc, but it's definitely A tier, deserving. Like, it's not even like, oh, it's almost into it's solidified into A. I really like this arc. And now we're here to the final arc of original Bleach, which is basically the Lost Substitute Shinigami arc, but the people seem to call it Fullbringer arc. It's not bad, I will say. There was a lot of hate for this arc when I first saw it, when people were like, oh, I just stopped watching after Aizen, because honestly, like, it's just, the Fullbringer arc is so ass and everything. And I was like, okay, so it's probably going to be pretty shit. Not at all. I like this arc. I don't know why people were hating on it so much. Is that part of the hate Bleach thing? Because at this point, the anime was getting really tiresome. Okay, I will say though, I didn't watch the anime for this at all. I directly read the manga. It's a very small arc. It's kind of like the past arc. Like, it's not a lot. You get what I mean? But I like this arc a lot. I think there's a lot of things which are stupid about this arc, I will say. Like, what the fuck are, some things don't make sense, I would say. And it's not explained properly given how short it is. But I think this was like, I feel like this was just an arc because it was like, okay, we gotta give Ichigo back his powers, I guess. So I guess we're gonna do something. And they were like, oh yeah, guess what? Fullbringers. And like, yeah, these people exist. New characters, it was a very short arc, but it felt nice. It felt like a Nice little compact arc, almost like a filler arc, except if the filler was good. But this is not a filler arc; it's canon, and it is good. Where do I place it? Okay, this is definitely B tier. It's not good enough to be in A. It's not shit enough to be in. It's not bad at all. Actually, I actually enjoyed this arc. I will say, it's not as good as the Battle of Kurakara. I think I'll put this in second. Like, the Battle of Kurakara is still the best of B. I think this one is right after that. I don't know why people were hating on it so much. I really don't. I don't know why people were shitting on it. I think it's fine. I don't think it brings much to the table or anything. It's not like a big shift in story. I think it's just a way to get Ichigo his powers, and I didn't mind it that much. I thought the characters were fun as well. The first half of this arc is actually really good. I like the whole. Oh my god, do you not know who this guy is? You know, the guy who can basically implant himself into everyone's past. I thought that was really cool. And again, I read the manga, so like in the manga you actually feel like Ichigo's like, you know, fucking getting scared, and it becomes like a borderline psychological thriller manga where he's running away from everyone. Everyone's like, oh, don't you remember him? And he's losing his mind. It's pretty fucking good. Predictable as fuck though, let's be honest, but it's not bad. I don't know. Can someone explain in the comments why it was so hated? I'd really like to know. But yeah, I think that does it. That's all the tiers. I'm gonna put up the final screenshot here. And yeah, this is my Bleach ranking. Now you might be wondering, there is one left, and that's the Blood Warfare arc. Listen, I'm very excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am to start 1000-Year Blood War. I've seen every clip I've seen of it, looks amazing. And now that I know the characters and everything, I can't wait. It's in good animation too. I think 1000-Year Blood War is gonna be the first time in Bleach where, ever since like what, season 1 or 2, where I'm not gonna touch the manga at all. I'm just gonna watch the anime. Like, the only reason I even switched to the manga, it was not like I wanted to read the manga. I just switched to it because I was like, oh, there's a colored version as well. It was not because the anime was bad, until it reached a point where the anime was bad and the manga was better. This one, I have not seen a single bad clip from 1000-Year Blood War, and I am so excited to watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it, definitely gonna see what it's all about, what the hype is all about. I might be 2 years late. I'm pretty sure there's 2 seasons, right? So I think I'll make a separate review video for each season. I don't think I'll just combine it like this one. This one I just felt like I should because, you know, there's a lot to talk about, and I feel like it would kind of be stupid for me to make a video on each of these sub-arcs because, come on, I don't have that much to speak about them. Even though this video might end up being quite long, but I think I'll divide this video into 2 parts as well, who knows. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it from me about Bleach. Very happy I started this journey. I do not regret it. Very excited for 1000-Year Blood War. Obviously, I will be putting out videos talking about what I think about those as well. But for now, I think I'm done talking about Bleach. Probably gonna finish my recording, edit a bunch of videos. You guys are probably seeing this somewhere in June or July. I'm recording this way earlier. I'm recording this somewhere in May right now. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If you have watched till the end, thank you so much. If you are someone who wanted people to get onto Bleach, you can thank 1000-Year Blood War because I would not start Bleach without it. We'll see how it is. I'll make my videos on that whenever I finish it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.